Poof, you now have clinical depression. Johnny Bravo was a program about a strange, muscular, blonde man with sunglasses who would get into strange hijinks as he attempted to date various cartoon women. The show aired on Cartoon Network for just 4 seasons before being cut for, I can't imagine why. Audiences generally liked the program for some strange reason, but Cartoon Network wanted to focus on what it called its A-block programming, shows that were expected to become huge franchises. Until early 2018, when Cartoon Network decided to reboot the show for an additional season, it went through several test audiences, with each one horrified at what they saw. So, Cartoon Network pulled the entire thing at the last minute, refused to issue a statement explaining why they didn't air it. As someone who is the best friend of the brothers' executive producer's neighbor, some shit, I was given a demo copy, and let me tell you, this is not something you want your family to see. It's not family programming at all. I don't even know what to make of it. The new intro showed Johnny Bravo flexing his muscles, slicking his hair back, dancing, swaying, gyrating with hypnotic glory. In fact, there was a hypnosis image in the background with a picture of an eye with the words, "Listen," in all caps as the music tilted downward, and then the brass percussion made a crashing noise. The episode began. "Oh, hey, honey." Johnny Bravo approached a woman on the sidewalk, flexed his muscles, and the woman could see his dick bulge. The animators had drawn his dick bulge. The woman rightfully sprayed him in the eyes with mace, screamed, and called the police. Johnny Bravo fell over crying. His eyes were bloodshot, the mace permanently damaging his sclera/retina. He falls over to a bus station and sits down. "Man-spreading!" A woman screams, or maybe it was a feminine man, you can't really tell these days, and they throw a net on him and make dolphin noises. Apparently. He keels over while a bunch of Girl Scouts show up and start kicking him. What the hell was going on in this episode? This was my favorite Seth MacFarlane program. I'm Bravo Fan 96 on the message boards and the fan club, the cosplay. This was my favorite show. "Whack!" Bravo screams as someone stabs him with a number 2 pencil. They stabbed him in the fucking eye. "Stair rape!" a man screamed. Indeed, Bravo's eye was now skewered on the pencil with blood dripping down the cracked and burst retina, blood pouring out of the hollow hole. Johnny Bravo coughed and wheezed. "Mama, can I? Oh, dear God, he was mansplaining. Uh-oh. They picked up several sacks filled with wet concrete and threw them at him, breaking bones in his body. Thank God this was just a cartoon. Not family-friendly, but a cartoon. Cartoon I loved. Johnny Bravo. The quarter Hispanic Elvis lookalike who warmed our hearts and minds like sweet creme butter covered in lollipops and candy corn. The screen immediately clipped completely, and Johnny Bravo was shown in the hospital bleeding, his eye stitched shut. "Can they repair my eye, Doc?" Oh, this wasn't Bravo's normal comedic deadpan delivery. He seemed genuinely concerned about his eye. "It's not about the eye," the doctor said. It was a poorly drawn Hispanic man, of course. "You have another disease. I'm afraid there's only one cure. Toxic masculinity." Johnny Bravo screamed as the doctor picked up a pair of scissors and attempted to cut his testicles off. He jumps out of the window, screaming, crying, bleeding, covered in leeches, tampons, and expired syringes covered in blood. He runs home, screaming and crying, I just want it to be 1997, he cries. I just want to go back to 1997. Crying. 1997! Screams, crying, runs into his house and boards it up with the comedic boards being boarded at a breakneck pace, but slowing down as he's been injured. The camera shows him all alone in his house now as a time-lapse shows him growing a beard, his hair becoming disheveled and dark circles under his eyes. The mob was still trying to get in, their fingers poking at the windows like zombies. Like unzombified zombies. Bravo! They whispered. He was the last one left. The rest were just trying to get in. Join us! They whispered, their vocal cords cut open, having dozens of voices, forked tongues, cat ears, malformed from real human flesh, and tails sewn on from skin grafts made from their arms, legs, and previously existing genitals? Some were painted blue, some pink, and some weren't painted at all, and some had cut their skin off. Vaginas are better, voice whispered. Oh, it was an old man with lipstick on holding a knife flaring. Who the hell at Cartoon Network greenlit this program? The words 2 weeks later appeared at the bottom of the screen. And it is shown that Johnny Bravo is all alone in his house with a pillow that he scribbled a picture of a woman on with a Sharpie. He still had internet access, so he used Google Voice to dial the police, but it just sounded like a woman's vagina queefing on the other line. He hung up the phone. Unfortunately, he couldn't help himself. There were dating websites, yes, and he went to one titled Too Many Fish in the Sea. Found a beautiful woman then, most beautiful woman, with ruby red lips, almond hair, and voluptuous D-cup breasts. She had the username Fluid4U, like number 4 for 4. And after a brief email conversation using AOL Mail, Bravo uses AOL as he was last seen in 1997, the beautiful woman waded through the sea of zombified corpses to reach his front door. The doorbell rang. Bravo slicked his hair back, put on the patented black sunglasses to hide his missing eye, sprayed cologne on, flexed his muscles, opened the door, Johnny Bravo screamed. It was a blood-curdling scream. It sounded like the voice actor was genuinely concerned or horrified. I'm gender fluid, the raspy voice hissed. This is who I am at night. At night. The woman had 6 eyes, a tentacle growing out of her ear, 3 Adam's apples, the chest of a Minnesota linebacker, patches of green skin with plants growing out of them, a Venus flytrap head. Well, the praying mantis arm reached out, caressing his leg. The mouth opened, and a long leafy tongue came out and latched onto his side. My vagina. Creature hissed like a lunch lady Doris as Bravo leered in horror. 6 cocks, 11 gaping, bleeding wounds, a half-formed skull, human teeth. May as well have been a partridge in a pear tree were embedded in the cancerous lesion below the creature's waist. It had hair. Hairy legs. Are you fucking kidding me? The legs of a Sasquatch and cloven-hooved feet with a long 12-inch tail. that he used the wrap around Johnny Bravo's neck and slowly drag him in for a kiss that tore up the front of his face. He screamed in horror, screamed and screamed as the mob entered the house, through the windows, through the floorboards, through the roof. Patriarchy! They hissed. The patriarchy! All you see is a pair of bloody sunglasses lying on the floor as bits and drops of blood fly in all directions. They're carving me like a crab cantaloupe! He screams as the guttural hissing and goat noises devour what was left of his human flesh. We even hear bones crunching. They were eating his bones. And the credits just play. They're the old credits. Johnny Bravo turned around, smiling, giving a thumbs up. I didn't give this tape a thumbs up. I called Hanna-Barbera, but they told me Barbera wasn't available and abruptly hung up. I called back later and a man's voice picked up. This is Barbera, the voice cackled. This is Hanna-Barbera. I wanted to talk to a television network, not a friggin' person. The network is a man now, the voice whispered. Come join us. Join the collective unconsciousness. I heard him snickering on the other line. Laughing. Join us. This is Barbera. Snickering and laughing. Indeed, a few weeks later, Barbera sent me a letter. Several people missing their eyes, ears, mouths, and noses, cut off, stitched together from arm to leg, and what looked like a real-life version of Johnny Bravo, skin missing, sunglasses broken, blonde wig falling off. The words "From Barbera with Love, 1997" at the bottom, and no response. No response. Western Governors University.